write a letter to God and pray about it. I have so much faith that every single thing that I'm going through is to do with my spiritual evolution. Now I know what I don't want in a friendship, a relationship. The way God works is so mysterious and so unique. You don't really always get it when it's happening, but hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to put you guys onto a mindset shift that once I started applying and practicing into my life through every interaction, it really accelerated my self-love journey and my healing journey. I really started to value myself and I stopped caring who stayed in my life and who didn't. And I really want to share it with you guys. You need to start seeing every single time someone lets you down, leaves you out, takes you for granted, does not value you, as nothing but an opportunity sent by God or the universe teaching you to love yourself even harder and even deeper. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So I have already made a TikTok video about this, but I know on YouTube I can go into way more detail and share some personal stories. Let me share some of my journey growing up and give you a background story. So growing up, I went to an all-girls school. It was very cliquey. I would always make friends because I was quite funny and likable, but I would never make good friends. I'd always be like snaked by my friends. I would just feel so upset. I remember going home crying so much. I was very bullied. I don't ask of them. If you don't ask of them, like, you don't ask of them. So it's like this forum where you ask anonymous questions to people. And someone made a whole fake ask of them account about me, and they were answering it as if I was answering it, and I didn't know who was doing it. Later I found out it was one of my best friends at the time, and it was a lot. It was so baffling and confusing to me because I thought I was just always really kind to people, but looking back, I didn't have any boundaries. I was too nice to the wrong people. And I think as children, loads of people have stuff going on at home, and that makes them kind of come to school and be jealous of other people, act out. That the people that did bully me did end up saying to me that they were jealous of the life I had because I had close sisters and I had parents that were very present and loved me. At that age, at that time, I did not see it like that. Instead, I would question myself. I'd always think what was wrong with me, and it really hurt my self-esteem growing up. I would question myself, my own worth, my value, and I just always thought that there was something wrong with me, and that's why people treated me that way. And I just never felt good enough. Like, as an adult looking back, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, this person was very insecure and jealous of me. But when I was younger, I was like, no, like, I'm so nice to you, why don't you like me? I'm confused. I'm such a good friend to you, why don't you like me? And I would just question myself. As life went on, I just started to make better friends in sixth form and good friends. And I kind of thought, okay, like, that's all done. Like, yay, I'm making better friends now. But when I came to uni, I did come across some friends who did not have good intentions for me, who were not genuine, who did leave me out. And even worse, now I'm dating people, and you know, I just think men are very unserious when they're, not men, some boys are very unserious when they're dating during uni. Now, I was not only dealing with friends that were not valuing me, but now even guys in my dating experiences sometimes not valuing me. And honestly, it made me really question my self-worth so much. And I just would always think it was my fault, that I wasn't good enough. I completely internalized all those experiences into a me problem, when of course it was not. Especially when you're someone who's kind, good-hearted, and you're genuine with your intentions. It is so painful when you're going through something like that, and it's even more painful when you blame yourself. Eventually I learned, okay, let's just like move on from these people because they just bring you stress and drama. But I would still think deep down it was kind of reaffirming that negative belief that there was something wrong with me and I just wasn't good enough and people treat me badly. I feel like the universe was throwing, chucking, just freaking dashing this lesson at me and the same experiences until I finally learnt my lesson, and it finally all clicked and it all made sense. The truth is, no matter how much of a kind, genuine, compassionate, caring person you are, you will still come across people that do not value you or see your worth, and that will treat you badly. It's really up to you to affirm to yourself that the way other people treat you is not a reflection of your self-worth. And that is a lesson that I really had to learn. The way people treat you is not something you should take personally or as a reflection of you, because the way people react, respond, interact with other people is literally influenced by their own experiences growing up, their own perceptions of themselves. Lots of people subconsciously self-sabotage and they ruin good things because they believe deep down that they're not worthy of those things. People project their own insecurities and deflect them onto other people. Like, people will treat you badly because they feel insecure about themselves. And honestly, I will make a whole video on that. After all those times and experiences, I feel like the lesson was very drilled into my head that how other people treat you does not reflect your worth as a person. Now, I'm so quick to just cut off those people and not question myself. This is what I do instead. I just walk out, exit the situation, give thanks, because now I know what I don't want in a friendship, a relationship. Instead, I'm grateful and I'm appreciative because they've now given me an opportunity to give myself that love and take care of myself and nurture my needs. When I feel really hurt or disrespected, I Honestly, just write on a piece of paper, I am prioritizing myself today. And that for me looks like one big journal entry. I will journal my feelings top to bottom in detail, every little interaction that happened with that person, everything that happened from the argument or the different times that they hurt me or whatever. Like, I would just write in intense detail, immaculate detail, every single thing, because it really helps you process it. I just feel like when you write on a piece of paper, you're also letting it go and you're just seeing it and you're like, damn, look at me, I am walking away from the situation and I'm not even just distracting myself. I'm sitting here doing the work, processing it so that it doesn't come bite me in the back later as unprocessed emotions manifesting as trauma because I have not dealt with it. If I'm strong enough to deal with it right then and there, I will get my journal and write about it. But there are other times where I'm just so hurt and I'm just so upset. Those times I will give myself the time that I need to cry. Because when you do love yourself, you will have to cut off people a lot. And yes, like that is a good decision overall, but you might be upset by it and that's totally normal. It's okay to cry and give yourself that time to process those emotions because they are so valid. In the other list of prioritizing myself, I love to do things that I enjoy. So for me, that looks like swimming. I'll go to the pool, get a book, swim for a bit, and then read my book. I'll go to the sauna, the steam room, the spa, where I will do yoga in my room at night with a candle on, and that is the best. Watch yoga with Adrian because she's so cute. And she's like, reach forward, go around and give yourself a hug, and she's so cute and I love that because it just reminds you to give yourself a hug, pat yourself on the back because you are doing so well. I listen to affirmations on Spotify. I listen to India Uri because she has healing music and it is genuinely so good. It's very transformative when you're working through these dark emotions. When I did go to therapy, I would book a therapy session. I don't currently go to therapy, but I did go for a year, and honestly, if you're considering it, I 100% recommend. It's so great to really understand like why you are the way you are, and your therapist will shed light into your blind spots. But of course you need a good therapist, but I'm making a video about therapy because that's another important topic. I would meditate if I was going through something very upsetting, and guided meditations on YouTube are so good. There's literally a guided meditation for every single thing you're struggling with. Just Google it, guided meditation for anxiety, for worrying, for heartbreak, for friendship breakups. Like, it's actually, there's so much. It's great. Like, you might have to do it a couple of times. Like, as with all of these things, it's not a short-term fix. And the thing with life, like I said in my last video, life ebbs and flows. There you will have high points, you will have low points. That's totally fine and it's normal. The most important thing is that you just don't give up. Try to just make yourself feel like yourself again, and even better. If I'm really hurt, I will also write a letter to God and pray about it. That one is my favorite because I have so much faith that every single thing that I'm going through is to do with my spiritual evolution. And sometimes I cannot see it. Sometimes I'm just like, really, like, is this the way I have to learn the lesson? Really, like this right now at this time, like really good. But it is true. You just have to hold the faith and you will see the light at the end. And I just think after, in hindsight, we're like, yeah, I get it. It had to go that way and I'm grateful for it. So just try to hold that space for God during it and write letters to God, because when I do that, I just feel like I'm genuinely being heard and listened and protected, and life and love is like filling me back up. Yeah, so my advice is to, every time you go through something painful and hard, is genuinely take it as an opportunity to flip it, change your perspective, just use it as fuel to love yourself even harder and deeper. You honestly become so much more of a happier person, and there'll be so much less BS that you'll tolerate, and your standards for relationships, friendships, for life will just keep getting higher and higher because you're giving that love to yourself, which is so beautiful. You won't be desperate begging people to change and waiting for them to change or asking them to act right or trying to win them over. You will just walk away, and I promise you one thing: the people that understand you, value you, love you will find you. As long as you keep committing to yourself and committing to this journey of self-love and understanding yourself even more and respecting and caring for yourself even more, they will find you. They can't not find you. I will give a disclaimer that of course you will still meet bad people. Of course, there are good and bad people absolutely everywhere. That's life. But you won't question your self-worth depending on how they treat you. And you pick yourself up much faster and walk away from the situations a lot quicker. Anyway, that's basically a lesson that I wish I knew when I was younger. Of course, we all make mistakes, that's life. But as long as you're willing to change and it was not malicious or ill-intended, I honestly think you have a good heart and good people will find you and you are protected. You cannot blame yourself for the way other people treat you, because that is so detrimental to your self-journey and to your self-worth. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful. Share this with someone who's also on the self-love journey and is kind of maybe going through a rough spot where they're dealing with a lot of negative people. If that is you and you're dealing with a lot of negative people, don't be upset. I get it, I know it's hard, but we can flip these hard points into opportunities to grow stronger and to become the people that we want to be and that we're meant to be. Good luck, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.